Alright guys, we're going to be doing a little fishing. I'm going to be just walking from my house to this little creek just outside of town here. I think I've maybe fished it once with kind of like bass lures, but I think they were kind of big, so we're just going to take a little mealworm there today. Got my wading shoes on just in case I can wade out there in any of the water. And we're just going to throw a little grub around and see what we can find. So it's going to be a hot one today in the 90s, so bright blue skies. So we're going to be cooking out there. So let's go ahead and make our way down to the creek. And this is what we'll be rocking. That's just a little camera bipod mount thing. Got a little finesse rod, a little bobber tied up, and just a little mealworm right there. So hopefully, if there's anything living in that creek, they're gonna want to eat this little guy. I will say, guys, if you plan on walking to your fishing spot, definitely wear your sneakers or something and bring your wading shoes with. Definitely don't wear your wading shoes to the fishing spot. Bring your sneakers, carry your waders, because it's a pretty uncomfortable walk. I'd say probably about another 20 minutes, maybe a 20-minute walk, and we should be to the location. I'm not sure how tall the grass is to get down to the spot or anything like that. It's right off a bridge, so I think last time it was pretty accessible, but it's been a couple of years since I've been down here. Don't really remember much about it or what I fished. I just remember I was fishing pretty big bass gear and I didn't have any luck, but really wanted to try out the little grub down here, see if there's anything livable and catchable in it. But yeah, we're out here in the middle of nowhere. Just fields and trees. All right, we made it to the tracks, so that means we're getting a lot closer. So now we just gotta go up, down this hill, and then over like a big S curve, and then we should be at our location. And we got the prop dusters out here on the fields. Hopefully a fish or two in my hands. I don't know if you guys can see it down there, but that's my location. Kind of right towards that white house right there, just a little before that. There's a nice little bridge right on that S curve, and then we'll be there. I'm actually pretty excited to fish this little guy. Hope making, the 35-minute walk or 40-minute, however long it takes to get down here. Hopefully the walk was worth it and we catch a couple fish. It'll be a bummer if we don't catch nothing. 92 degrees out. Getting a nice walk, cardio workout going though. So the reason I'm walking down to this spot is because the last time a sheriff stuck a tow sticker on my car and was like, if you don't move in 24 hours, whatever the sticker said, your vehicle will be towed. So there's nowhere to freaking park. I'm not sure why a sheriff was out here in the middle of nowhere. Somebody must have called, didn't like where I parked. So I'll see you guys when we get closer. All right, we made it down. This is what it looks like. It looks like it's ultra clear. I see a bunch of like shad or minnow style fish down there towards like the grass area. Lots of little bait. Big old tree down right here. Water looks pretty good. Pretty clear. We got a fish. Let's go. First one is a nice creek chub on a little mealworm. There we go, first one of the day right there. Nice little fish. The problem is, guys, I need a weight to get down to these fish. And I realized that before I caught that one, and I was tying a little rock to my line and it just came off. I didn't bring any little weights. There's one. Yes, sir. Dang, that's a nice creek chub right there. There we go, guys. Look at that creek chub. That's a solid one. There we go. Solid creek chub right there, man. That's a fatty too. Man. Nice little fish. Go ahead and get him back in the water. And since I didn't bring a weight, guys, you know, I've been using rocks, this, that, and the other. Well, these guys dumped a little bit of tar and gravel on the road. So I found some hot tar. Just wound it up on my line so that way that guy sinks, and that's the way to get on the bite, because they're not going to come up for this thing. I thought it would sink a little bit better. It doesn't. So putting a rock on the line, that's the only way I caught 2 creek chubs so far. Let's see if we can get some more. All right, that's going to do it for today's adventure. I didn't bring any weights, so I was using tar from the road to put on my line, and it works for a little while, then eventually comes off. So I just don't want to keep doing that constantly, but definitely gonna come back here with a little bit of weight so I can sink down my my bait down there, and I think I'll have a lot better success, because my worm was kind of just in the middle of the water column without the weight, and those fish were not coming up for it. As soon as I sunk that thing down to the bottom, they were biting it. So neat little spot. I was gonna weight it, but it looked real muddy and real sandy. I think I'm just gonna go up to my knees as soon as I step in the water. I don't see any good area to walk, and everything is overgrown where I can't even walk down anywhere to fish it. It's so just overgrown, and then as soon as I get to the bank, it is just solid mud and sand. So appreciate you guys watching this little episode. Just a fun little adventure. Again, guys, this is Matt, and learn after every cast. I'll catch you guys on the next one.